Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and on today's video we're going to review a fragrance by the house of BDK. So as you have seen by the title, we are reviewing a fragrance by the house of BDK, and the name of this one is called Velvet Tonka. I did get this as a sample from this actual little Parisian store called Nose, and this is not sponsored, by the way. I did pay my own money for this. They actually popped up as I think it was a Facebook or Instagram ad, and I kind of was like intrigued by it. But you can do this little quiz, pick your own samples essentially, or they pick them out for you if you don't know what you like, and they just send you this. It does come directly from Paris, just so you do know. They were pretty quickly at shipping. And if you decide that you like the fragrance, apparently the $12 you spend, they will give that to you as a voucher for your actual purchase of a fragrance, which, by the way, they give you European prices. So if you know anything about perfumery, you know that Europe tends to get the better deals. So this fragrance was launched in 2021, and I have to say, out of 5 different samples that were in this actual kit, this is the only one that really made me think, oh, there is hope for the perfume industry. There is some artistry out there still being done with fragrance. This is one that really kind of captivates you if you are a fragrance lover, because they all start to blend in and smell like each other after a certain point, and this one itself is very, very nice. So the top notes for this are going to be orange blossoms and almond. That almond in here, this is going to sound bad, but trust me, it's not, because it mixes with everything else. Kind of gives you that almond cream or almond butter that you would buy in a body butter, essentially. Has anyone ever purchased an almond scented body butter or body cream or body lotion? I think we all have back in the day. I did recently, actually. And it kind of has that smell. So take it or leave it. I mean, it might be a good thing or a bad thing for you. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily, because in the heart notes we get Balkan Tobacco Absolute, and this tobacco in here is magnificent. It's dry, it's going to have that tobacco characteristic to it, but at the same time, it's not your traditional tobacco. It's not going to be harsh or too, in your face. It's going to be the right amount of that tobacco-ism. Then we also get Rose Absolute in the heart. And then as we go into the base, we get Bourbon Vanilla Absolute. Beautiful vanilla in here. It's creamy, it's thick, it's whipped. It's just good in here. We also get Tonka Bean Absolute, Amorous, as well as Amber Wood. So when you read the notes breakdown, you're like, I don't see anything special here. When you smell the fragrance, you're like, it's good. It's a powdery, creamy almond fragrance that is just, I don't know, they took the liberty to do something special here, and it really paid off. I really do think this is a good fragrance. It smells expensive, it smells unique, it smells refined, but it's still wearable to the point where you can enjoy it if you're newer to fragrance. If you don't like super strong scents, this is a good one to get, because, like I said, none of the notes are going to be offensive or in your face. Just the perfect combination of a fragrance, and this is probably one that I will be looking at purchasing, because it is a nice one, I have to say. If you're a fan of fragrances like, what is it, Bois d'Argent by Christian Dior, you might like this one because it has that same powderiness to it. This, in my opinion, has a sweet background note to it with that beautiful, creamy, whipped, deep vanilla. But you also get that almond note that kind of just makes it a little bit more wearable. Very, very good scent. Like I said, well balanced. It's not top heavy or bottom heavy. It's just like perfect. Paris does have this one listed for 190 euros plus, and that includes tax, actually. That does include tax. So that's pretty good because it's a 100 ml size bottle. I've seen their bottles. They're a little chunky. They look a little bit thinner on the actual websites and in photos. But I do have to say that in person, they do look chunky. I think it's worth it, this one here, because if you really want something new in your collection, you want something powdery with a, kind of sweeter accord inside of it, as well as something that's going to make it a little bit more rough, not so dainty and delicate, then the tobacco in here really does that for you. So definitely check this one out. It's probably one of the ones, or it is the only one, I should say, that is my favorite from this entire kit. There's another one that I also liked, but it's not anything super unique like this one. But let me know down in the comments what your thoughts about BDK perfumes are. Let me know if you own any of these fragrances. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fragrance related content. Until next time, you guys, take care.